Good evening everyone and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with gridfollow.com. I am your main commentator for this evening, Malc, and with me for the first time, joining me in the duo of the commentary side, is none other than Joe Hamster. How you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. Good. I'm looking forward to being here with you. Hopefully we've got a good race up ahead. I know some of the guys quite well, and I'm sure we'll be in for something good.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have a classic. We're at the Circuit of the Americas. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we should be at one of two American tracks. So we're looking forward to this tonight. So obviously you don't want to be nervous because you've already done commentary in the past, Joe. So we'll try and get through it as quickly as possible so you won't get too nervous when the race kicks in as well. So we're going to be looking forward to the F3 race tonight. This will be a classic. Hopefully we'll have no issues like last week. Hopefully not. Hopefully there'll be no issues as well. Good evening to everyone that's in the chat. Tinnis says go jolly. Let's see what he can try and do this evening. Hello to Big Salty Sea Water. Good look, and it says bonjour lads, how you doing, mate? I hope you're going well. Anta, how you doing, mate? You alright? It says wow, great thumbnail. No worries. Well, thank you for spotting that as well. Hello Spud, how you doing? And BXN, how you doing, mate? You alright? Hope you came well. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go through a bit of the standings before we carry on. And hopefully, as soon as we've done the standings, we'll go through with straight to the track for the qualifying at the Circuit of the Americas. Now, if you're new to the stream and you're wondering what's happening, or if you're an existing driver from any of the other leagues and want to find out what your favourite driver is catching up on, here is your lineup. Here is your standings for the drivers' standings itself. JBH, who's been on absolute good form up to the French Grand Prix. That was his first ever DNF. You heard me right. That was his first ever DNF this season. So hopefully, Lightning does not strike twice by getting another DNF. He needs to get some points to keep that gap, because now the guys had the opportunity to close the gap. It was a mad race, to be fair. Absolutely mad race at the French Grand Prix last week. Jack is in second with 55 points, joint with Bruce Lee in third with 55. JC Bat is in fourth with 48 points. Darrell's in fifth with 38. You got Polly Trev, who missed out last week, is in sixth with 33. Joint with F1 Richard in seventh place. Offic Red is in eighth with 28. Joint, we've got a couple of joint positions with the same points as well. Eric Pancakes as well with 28 points in ninth place. Melanade is in 10th with 22 points, and the rest are under 22 points. Bruce had a good one, to be fair. JC Bat finally got his first win of the season, so good to see him to get his first win on the bounce. And then I just heard the car, so I'll try and get through as quickly as possible. But before that, we will get through the constructors. So McLaren's in the lead in first place with 148. They're absolutely killing it, to be fair. And that was their worst points this season at the French Grand Prix last week. Mercedes is in second with 67. Red Bull's in third with 60 points. Alfa Romeo's in fourth with 53. And Aston Martin's in fifth with 50 points. And the rest are under 50 points. We'll be right back, guys, just to make sure we get the right sounds before we get back into the qualifying. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back live on the qualifying itself. Oh, I forgot to change something. I forgot to change the telemetry. So yeah, there we go. We've got F1 Richard now about to do his qualifying lap at the moment at the Circuit of the Americas at the for the F3 League on the PlayStation platform as well. So, Reen says, happy to hear from the tiny head man who inhales helium. Thanks for a living Joe Hamster. Joe Hamster is absolutely bursting himself laughing, so he'll have a word with you after this race, to be fair, Reens, to be fair. F1 Richard is just doing his first sector. That is purple on the first sector at the moment. Purple on the first sector. So, yeah, he's trying to do his the second sector itself. But, Joe, I mean, you've seen the two... I believe you've seen the first two races of the Circuit of the Americas this week. Do you think there'll be a few shocks that you've seen, a few of the strategies itself?
I don't know. I think normally the quicker strategy is to start on the mediums, providing there's no safety car, and then go on to the hards as the mediums are quicker. And you can get yourself that gap ready for the end. And also, if the safety car does come out on the hards, then you've got the better option of going on the medium. Sorry, you've got the better option of going to the hards. But I've seen today that around Circuit of the Americas, actually the hards are better to start on, not the mediums. So we'll have to watch out for that one. See what they all start on.
So we'll find out. We'll find out what's going to happen. Oh, and also, do you want some good news or bad news about the weather crew, Joe?
Go on.
It'll be a dry race, to be fair, at the Circuit of the Americas. Oh, one of the cars has just spun out at the last corner, one of the Mercedes, and F1 Richard did a 1:37.2. That's one of the slowest times of the qualifying. Pytrev is having a party of a time. Hopefully we'll hold on. He's doing so well in the qualifying, but he just cannot hold on to that position at the end of the race. I don't know why it is, but he just cannot do it. That's all. Bruce Lee, 1:55, the slowest time of the moment. Cost is just coming up to, I believe, the last few corners. Pytrev's in the lead in first. Eric Paget second. Dowell is in third. Svillers is in fourth. To be fair, that's a good time, to be fair. Considering he's been struggling this season at the back of the grid, that's still a good time, to be fair. Hopefully he can hold on at the end of this session. JPH in 5th place. The McLarens always struggle. They always struggle in qualifying, but they do well. But JPH needs to bounce back after that French Grand Prix nightmare as well. Did you watch that race as well, Joe?
I did watch that race. It was drama to the max.
Drama. I'll tell you what's drama as well. Stephen had a okay qualifying, but he spun out, I think, at the back that we just saw, and he got disqualified already. Joe, unbelievable.
I did see this yesterday as well. I can't remember who it was, but someone else got disqualified. I don't know if it's a problem with the game or...
Well,
sure.
I'm hoping that's not going to cause any havoc itself, but Jack is just invalidating his lap at the moment, but unfortunately for Stephen, he's going to have to go start right at the back of the grid. His Big Salty Seawater says, I predict another JPH DNF. Ooh, that'll probably be a 50-1 betting situation.
He's betting against the odds for sure there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Joe, absolutely. So Jack's just doing his lap. We'll watch his lap now. So, from your perspective, do you enjoy this track, or do you think it's a bit of a difficult track driving around this, Joe?
I cannot stand this track.
Oh, really?
Honesty, I find it so difficult. There's all the tight, twisty turns of Sector 1, the late, wide apexes of Sector 3. I really struggle with them.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have to wait and see how everything plans out at the moment. But yeah, I mean, I've driven around it, to be fair. I like the second sector because it's the long straight. That's all I can think of. The third and the first sector is always reminds me of Maggots and Beckett's at Silverstone.
No,
always has been. The third sector is always the trickiest one. It's always that one where you go like sharp left, but you could lose the back end so easily. We'll watch it from Jack's point of view. I can show you which one I mean as well. Rains says, Malc, which of the American tracks in F1 do you prefer? I will be honest, I don't like the Miami Grand Prix, even though we got it later on in the season in Invictus, but I prefer this compared to the Miami. I haven't driven around the Miami, but when I looked at it, there's some really tricky corners, and I prefer this because it's more open. You can't make a mistake at all, to be fair. And good evening to Stephen, who's just joined in the chat. Jack's just coming up to the last corner now, and he's moved up to 7th place now. He's moved himself up to 7th place. Joe, who are you watching so far?
I had my eye on Jack. I was expecting a bit of a faster time, but we'll see. We'll see what he can pull out on his next lap. I think that he did those on he did an extra warm-up lap on those tyres, so maybe they were a bit warm before he got his time set.
Smoky, is that what you're going to say? It's warmed up smoky moments. So hopefully not too much, because the track gets, the rubber will begin heated up as the times go down. With 9 minutes 26 left of the qualifying. Can anyone try and stop Polytrev, who missed out last week? He missed out last week of the French Grand Prix. Stevens says, wait for cars to pass and I'll get disqualification. Love gain half throttle around the circuit every corner. I know. Every time, Joe, you might be laughing at me at this. I keep saying this every time. Stephen, who at the start of the season is always moaning about the back end of the cars in medium traction, and yet he does well in the top 6 of in the Realistic Performance League, or maybe sometimes in the F3 race. Do you agree with that?
I do agree. I've said it a couple of times.
Oh.
He has a good finish.
Yeah, he always has a good finish. He just tries to switcheroo of all of us, to be fair. Melanade is a crack of a time, to be fair. 134.730 at the moment. 134.730. Let's have a quick look at Polytrev. Oh, is he validated his lap? So we're not going to watch that now. Eric Pancakes is coming up to the final corner now and really improve his time. Or is he just about to start? I think he might be just about to start his lap. And Stevens says he's still moaning. I'm not surprised, to be fair, with the traction that you're on the cars itself. Reed says, I forgot about Indianapolis. Do you remember, Joe? Indianapolis in the GP, I think it was 2004, 5, I think it was.
I don't know. I'd been a mere 5 years old back then.
Oh, sorry, mate. My bad. But basically, it was the race where they only had 6 cars raced because of the tyre issues, if I remember it right. I'm sure. So we have to wait and see how everything plans out. But I think Reeds will tell me the right answer. But I think it's 2005 where there was 6 cars, or maybe 2006. I can't remember. Svilas has retired. Svilas was retired. He's saying that he's had enough already of the qualifying. Even though I don't know if he's just happy that he's got 7th place at the moment. But yeah, there's still plenty of time left to go. I'm just trying to have a look to see if Spud is improved his time. Spud is about to cross over the line now. He might be at the back of the grid actually. No, just nearly. 136.902. Who are you watching so far, Joe?
I'm on board with Darrell at the moment. He's just set a purple for a sector, unless the game's lying to me. That does happen. So he looks like he's on for a good one here.
Let's have a look at Darrell now. So, Joe, carry on. Carry on. You're in the role.
Watching him go down the straight here, he's got a nice slipstream from the car ahead. I don't know if they're setting a time or not. Hopefully they are and they don't hold him up too much. He needs to get a nice break into here and not go too deep. He keeps it nice and tight in the apex. He needs to take a nice wide line out for the right-hander and hold it all the way through this right-hander. Be careful not to lose that back end or you will go spinning into the wall. Here again is a good idea to cut straight across the apex, which he does lovely. Plants to wheel up on the left-hand side. He could go a bit wider there, and then there's this killer right-hander. If you go too wide, you'll lose the back end. He takes a nice line through there, following the car ahead. Big, quick left-hand flick down through the corner, and then we're 1 corner away from setting the time. He's got a nice entrance into here. He runs a little bit wide, actually. Keeps it up on the exit, and it's just a straight line to the line, and that puts him P3. A lovely time, only 2 tenths off the leader at the moment. Yeah,
so 2 tenths off the leader of Polytrev, who's still in the lead with 134.315. Dowell 134.541. He really is on top 5 at the moment. But can he hold on? That's the big question. Can he try and hold on? Yellow flag sector 1. Yellow flag sector 1. Not sure who that was for. That looks like a Ferrari. Oh no, that's an Alfa Romeo, and I believe a Haas. Saab just crossed the line with 10th place, 135.401, so that's a good time for him. Let's have a look at the championship leader and the constructors leader as well of JBH in that McLaren, who's trying to push the boundaries. Yes, Reeds is right. Reeds did say 2005. The Michelin controversy. This was the one where the tyre where there was two. I think there was 2 lots of different tyres that they were used at the time, like Goodyear and Bridgestone, I think it was, and Michelin, and there was so much controversy that the tyre where it was going to go, and then they had to do 6 drivers. Unfortunately, it was one of the most awkward and most controversial race that ever happened, to be fair. Svilas says, tell you the glare from the sun is blinding on some parts of the track. That's what Svilas is saying, Joe. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, down that back straight, it's evil. You can't see a thing. Spotting your brake at the bottom of there is a pain in the backside.
So are you blaming the weather? Are you blaming the weather crew on this? To be fair, Joe. Oh, no. How dare you? How dare you, Spillers? How dare you? You can't moan about the sun. It's giving you some dry weather. That's what it is. Rain says the mini-map turns into a game of Splatoon for a few seconds with yellow and green. Absolutely. It feels like the Nintendo version of Splatoon itself. Let's see how JC Bat, who won last week at the French Grand Prix. He's in third place at the moment, 134.409, just missed out by 600 of a second to Eric Pancakes, who's in second place at the moment. 4 minutes 15 left of the qualifying. If you like what we've seen so far, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live race itself. We are aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. We're aiming for at least 10 likes tonight. Will be a massive help to myself, Malc, and Joe Hamster on our duo commentary debut. I'm so looking forward to it tonight. I'm so looking forward to it. Should be a cracker tonight. And also, thank you. Make sure you like this stream. Make sure you like this stream. It will be a massive help. Thank you so much, guys. So, from this perspective, and do you think there'll be a lot of drivers would gamble what you said to go on the hard tyres first, to go into the mediums tonight? Do you reckon, Joe?
I don't know. It's the smart thing to do, but it's the dangerous thing to do. There's risk and reward to that strategy, so we'll see if they're feeling brave, or we'll see if they want to go and take it carefully out on the mediums, get a nice good start, and then hope for that safety car. Yeah,
hopefully. Well, we'll hope we're not going to have a dramatic 5-lap manic heart attack moments last week at the French Grand Prix. Hopefully not. Anyway, but let's hope we have a classic as well, as we do each and every single week. Nigel Gash is just coming up to do his final part of the corners itself. Reen says, who's this Ruddo? Ruddo is a brand new driver this evening. He's a brand new driver. Pyrotrav is improved his time, 134.088. That's a cracker of a time. Nigel Gash moves up to 7th place with 135.160. Joe!
Hello.
Who are you watching so far?
I am. Yeah, sorry. I'm on. I was on course with Melanade, but he's just invalidated, so there's not much to watch there. Everyone's on their outlaps at the moment. Jack's just set one, but he doesn't look too fast. I don't know if he's going to do a double lap or not. I don't know. There's no one. Nitro maybe? Oh, Nitro's on a quick one at the moment. 5 tenths faster.
Yeah, you just missed. I've just said Nitro just crossed over the line. Into 7th place.
My bad.
It's alright. Joe's a bit nervous, guys. Give him some boost. Hashtag Joe. Hashtag Joe. Absolutely. So Ruddo is a brand new driver, I believe, for the F3 League tonight. So it's be interesting to see what he can try to do. At the moment, he's doing a cracker of a time at the minute. 135.317. Let's see if he can improve his time. I don't know if he's going to do another lap at the moment, but we'll find out in a moment too. Oh, Steven says soft medium is the strategy tonight. Ooh. Big Salty Seawater says hashtag you got this, Joe. There we go. Get that trend going on the chat, guys.
Full traction control.
I don't think that's going to happen. No, Stephen, I'm sorry. I don't think that's going to happen. Ruddo is just moving up to 5th place with a 134.630. 1 minute 19 left. Can Party hold on? Can Party hold on? That's the big question of it all. Just having a look at Darryl. Darryl's just about to cross over the line now to do his one final lap. I mean, looking at the qualifying, Joe, are you surprised with the qualifying itself, or were you expected to be this close with all those times?
Well, last night I think 1st to 14th was a space of about 6 tenths, so it's definitely a close one usually in the qualifying standings around here.
From 6 tenths? You joking?
Yep.
1st to 14th was 6 tenths.
Yeah,
that's mad.
Well, I don't know about behind me, but I was 14th and I was 6 tenths off the pace, so yeah, it was very close.
Well, if you were 6 tenths, it would be from 1st to 6th tonight at the moment, if it stays like this. And here we go. I'm just trying to look at... Yeah, so between 1st and 8th is normally within a second of each other. That's mad, to be fair. That's absolutely mad. Darryl's just come up to the 2nd sector now. Rain says, nice lap by Ruddo. Yeah, he did a cracker of a lap with 134.630. Oh, Steven says, the league settings are as old as me. They need changing because the game has changed handling-wise. No, mate. Sorry. we're not changing it just because of that. Joe Amster will kill me if I said that on stream, to be fair. Melanade has retired in the stream. Retired on the stream. Retired on track on the pits. Same with Mikey, who's just retired on the pits. I think one of the drivers has just had a yellow flag. So Daryl's come to the final few corners now. Qualifying has now stopped, guys. Qualifying has now stopped. Oh, it's got a little bit wide. I don't know if that's going to invalidate his lap. Oh, Daryl's going into the pits. Daryl's going himself into the pits, so he's not going to improve. JC Bat will not improve because he's invalidated his lap. Eric Pancakes, where is he now? Oh, Jack's moved up to second place. Jack has moved up to second place. That's a cracker of a lap. Is Eric Pancakes?
Keep an eye on Eric. Never mind, he's paid. He was up on his time. I take that back.
Oh, we'll have to wait and see how Jack did improve his time, 134.335, 5,000 quicker than Eric Pancakes, and moves up to second place. That'll be a cracker, to be fair. Of course I'm saying crackers, because I'm not getting cracker mode as well, to be fair. So here we go, let's have a look at Sir Spud. Sir Spud is in the back on 16th place. Someone has gone up. Oh no, it hasn't. Sorry, I was trying to see if anyone else moved on. So Spud had, I think that might be Bruce actually. Bruce has moved up to 11th with 135.229. Let's see how Sir Spud can try and do in that Ferrari car. So he's coming to the final few corners now. Oh, Stephen, you need to. Oh, they're going back in. Every time I watch them, they're going back into the pits. They just don't want the lap. They just don't want to do the lap, to be fair. He is coming up to the end anyway. But well done to Potty Trev, who's in the pits with a 134.088. Nearly hit the 133s. That's a mad time. Is that close to F2 pace? Surely?
I set a 134.2 and I was 6 tenths off, so it's not that far off. No, not at all.
Ooh, so we'll have to wait and see. But this is the problem. The guys are so well done on the qualifying, but they can't. Some drivers cannot step up a gear to get onto the second stage, so as in the race itself. But that'll be another talking point itself. Here we go, guys. Here is your short qualifying classification for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with gridfinder.com. Party Trev is in first place. Starting off in first, you got Jack in second. Eric Pancakes is in third. JC Bat is in fourth. Daryl in fifth. Ruddo, the newcomer, the debutant, is in sixth. Melanade is in seventh. JPH is in eighth. Ethel Richard is in ninth. Nochikash is in 10th. Bruce Lee is in 11th. Cost is in 12th. Offic Red is in 13th. Sab 14th. Svillas 15th. Spud 16th. Jolly 17th, Mikey 18th, and unfortunately for Stephen, he had the disqualification. He would have had a bit higher up in the grid, unfortunately for him, and he's blaming the medium traction, just letting the drivers through. So I'm just saying that on stream. Stephen will kill me after that, but to be fair, we'll have to wait and see. So, Stephen says top 8 are F2 pace. That's what Stephen's saying. Well, that's qualifying pace, Stephen. That's qualifying pace. But in the race, anything could happen. Anything could happen, you never know. So, Joe, I don't want to put you under a lot of pressure on your debutant commentary with me. What's your thoughts of your top 3 finish in any order tonight?
I think we've got to play it safe and go for one of the McLarens, but I can go with Bruce this time instead of JPH. I know he's starting from the back, but I've seen some of the strategies they come up with, and they can be crazy.
Okay.
I'd like to go with, I think, the new boy Ruddo. He looked like he was quite solid in qualifying. Usually you're a little bit nervous when you first get on the track, so he's got a race to settle. So I think he's still got more time to find. And I think I'll go with maybe another outlier again, but I think Cost Messi is win or bust with him, and I reckon he's going to win today.
Ooh. Now you heard that. That'll be a commentator's curse. So don't blame on me. Blame on Joe. on that one, to be fair. So yeah, that's some good choices actually. To be fair, you know what? I think JPH needs to bounce back after that DNF last week. So I'm going to say JPH in any order. So JPH, Darryl, and I'm going to say JC Bat. I'm going to say, yeah, JC Bat, Darryl Whiffin, and JBH, and he lost the words then on that one, to be fair. Yeah, so going into Burmeister. How you doing, mate? Delange, how you doing, mate? You right? Hope you're going well. Delange says, but yeah, Steve is still complaining. He always is. He's been on the chat. He's been complaining about it, to be fair. Reen says, hello, Delange and Burr. Burr says, I'm joining reserve now. Oh, nice one. Nice one, Burr. GG. Delange says, do it. So, and I think we're about to start. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, there is no formation lap. There is no formation lap due to the issues with the game itself. So, wish everyone all the very best of luck in the F3 race tonight. We hope to have no more of a classic, no more of an explosive ending. But you never know. You never know in an F1 race. We'll have to wait and see. So, 5 seconds left. Wish everyone all the very best of luck. Let's have a cracker at the Circuit of the Americas for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Here we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights, and we are go, go, go! Who's at the great start? Who is at the great start in this fantastic... Oh, one of the Mercedes has dropped himself right back. Oh, hopefully there's not going to be any carnage at turn 1. 4 in a bed moment. There was a 4 in a bed moment. There's some carnage at the back. Did you see that, Joe?
I did. Yeah, I did see. Jack got absolutely sandwiched by a Red Bull and a Ferrari, I think it was. He's really not got a good start here. He's down in 14th place. As also JC Back goes off.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh no! JC Back has got himself off the grid itself. He's dropped himself right down. Bruce Lee's got a 5-second penalty for calling 2 places itself. Saab moves up to 13th place. Jolly drops down to 14th. So, here we go. This is absolutely mad start, to be fair. On the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, on the PlayStation platform. They're down on the first lap itself. Oh, we've got 2 drivers. It looks like Jolly and JC Bam having a good battle. Subside 2 in the bend moments. And we got another 2 in the bend moment. We've got Darryl. I think Darryl and Ruddo. Ruddo's got himself ahead into 3rd place, ahead of Darryl. That's a good move, actually. JPH just moves up to 5th. Melanay drops down to 6th. Joe, who are you watching so far?
I'm on board with JPH. He's made a lovely move down onto Melanay, but he's not giving this one up. He's following right up behind him.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see how everything plans out at the moment. But here we go. So Melanay trying to put the pressure on JBH, but I don't know if JBH is struggling at the minute. Might be because he's starting off on the hards. Oh, Melanade! Oh, you beauty! Oh, what a move! Oh, what a move! Oh, did you see that, Joe? Did you see that?
I was on board with that. That was lovely. Up the inside, JPH did not see that coming at all.
He did not see that coming at all. But remember, this has only been the first lap. There's 27 more. I'm losing the plot now. 27 laps left of the Circuit of the Americas itself. It looks like Saab drops down to 14. JC Bat moves up to 13th place. So just try and see if Rudder can try and put the pressure on Eric Pankis, who's having a great start at the moment. Joe, at the moment, he's having a great start, Rudder, in this race so far.
He is indeed. He's looking very fast. He's managed to get that gap with Eric down to 4 tenths. He's hoping, I guess, he can stay in that second, ready for the DRS. Unless he's going to hunt him down. He's drained all his ERS down this straight. Oh, he's holding it. He's being sensible.
Oh, I love that. I love that commentary. It's like, he's holding it. He's holding it. He's holding it with that ERS. But remember, DRS won't be active. It looks like Bruce is getting ahead of his teammate, JPH. Which is understandable because the mediums are a little bit faster than the hards. But the hard mediums would be the best way. That's what Joe Amster has suggested as well. So Stephen moves up to 15th. Jolly drops down to 16th place. So let's wait and see what's going to happen so far at this stage. It looks like JC Bat moves up to 11th. Offic Red drops down to 12th. Still watching the top 3 at the moment because I want to see if Rudder can try and put the pressure on with the DRS kicking in. And also got the Red Bull Darryl, who's not giving up some wings in this Red Bull car, Joe.
Yes, he's on a hunt here. He's definitely on a hunt. As Melanades, his teammate behind him, sets the fastest lap, trying to close that gap from the battle he's been on. They're all pushing ahead now, but DRS has been enabled. It'll be interesting to see what happens on the back straight.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It looks like Nitro's getting close to JBH, who's on the hard tyres. So Ruddo still watching from his perspective. This is where we're going to watch it now, guys. This is where the DRS is going to be absolutely effective now, because can Polytrev hold on? Because Polytrev, and I probably will say this, and I don't want to do this commentator's curse, but Polytrev has been struggling this season. He's been great with the qualifying and great with some of the races, but he just cannot keep it going on the racing itself. So I don't know what's happened to him. Hopefully he'll bounce back. We will have a DRS train. Yellow flag sector 2. Yellow flag sector 2, that is Jolly. Jolly's off the track. And Ruddo's got the chance, 2 in a bed moment, going past Eric Pancakes to move himself to second place, Joe.
It was a lovely, nice, clean move down on the straight. Keep it nice and simple and just take the position and move. He's only got a second ahead with Party Trev, so I reckon by that start-finish straight, he'll be in the DRS again.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Oh, great battle between JBH and Nigergash for 7th and 8th. Nigergash goes himself ahead for a brief moment. JBH saying, "No, mate, you're not doing what everyone else is passing me at the moment." So tough on that one, tough. To be fair, so he's trying to hold on. So Nigergash needs to try and make another attempt as we speak. Let's have a look at JC Bat in 11th. Try and put the pressure on Cost in 10th place. Can JC Bat, who won last week at the French Grand Prix, can he put the pressure on? We'll have to wait and see how everything plans out at the moment. Yellow flag set to 3. That is Svillers, I believe. Yeah, it is. It's Svillers. Svillers has spun out on the last few corners, and some defending going on now from Cost. Cost is saying, "Oh, contact! Offic Red and JC Bat, and also Sab." Oh, that's... Oh, I don't know if you saw that, Joe, but there was some little bit of unfortunate accident, shall we say, at turn 1.
No, I didn't see that, and keep an eye on these top 4. They're very close together, but I do see that Sab has lost a lot of time. He's not going to be happy about that. These hard runners seem to be really struggling on those tyres.
Yeah, I expected to be a little bit going forward. I know the hard tyres would take a little bit more time compared to the mediums. The mediums should be lasting, or should be kicking off in about 5 laps, you would say, but the hards should be kicking in about on lap 10 and then kick on from there, because that's when the mediums will drop down massively. Smoke says, "Gonna start a drinking game every time Malc says itself, to be fair, and battles galore." You never know, mate. You never know. JBH just dropped himself down to 8. Nigergash moves up to 7th place at the moment, so that's a good move for Nigergash, to be fair. Probably. So Daryl is just closing the gap onto Eric Pancakes in 3rd. So Joe, looking at the battle so far and experiencing what you've been watching so far in F3, are you experiencing some shocks at the moment?
I am. I think Jack got caught up in something out of his control, but I didn't expect him to see him all the way back down there. I think both the McLarens are just holding on nicely, but they're not making any inroads on the people ahead, so we'll have to keep an eye on them as well. But I think Darryl was holding on really well. He's doing a lot better than, in all honesty, I expected. I expected to see him fall down the order, but he's keeping up behind these people.
Yeah, he's keeping up on these guys at the moment. Nigergash, unfortunately, while Joe was speaking, he has lost out on one of the corners. I don't know if he had got caught by one of the cars. He's dropped himself down to 14th place after that move. He went all the way down from 7th all the way down to 14th place, so that's not good for Nigergash itself. We've got a couple of battles going at the moment. We're still watching the top 4 at the minute, because this is where it's going to get even close now with the DRS kicking in. You got Cost getting close to F1 Richard in 8th place. You've got O'Steven getting close to Offic Red, who's O'Steven mentioned about the medium traction galore, and then you got Nigergash getting close to Spud in 13th place as well. So Reen says, once Ruddo gets DRS, he is past Party Trev. Well, that's once he gets to that point of view. Oh, red ball! Oh, Daryl! Daryl trying to make the move, but cannot do it on Eric Pancakes. Eric Pancakes is defending for all his life. Life depending on it. Daryl saying, "Oh, go on! Come on! Come on! You want to make this move? You got to do it now! Get in! 2 in a pen moment! Oh my God, do not do this to me. Do not do this to me, please. Oh, they're going to go around the outside. Oh, no. Oh my God, I don't know what to say anymore. This has been cracker of a racing between Daryl and Eric Pancakes. Unbelievable stuff, Joe.
It's all over the back of him. It's just really hard one to watch. I've got 2 ex-teammates here. I don't know who to support.
Oh, go on. Go on. Go on, Joe. Who you want to support? Go on. Go on.
I think Daryl's all over the back, so I've got to go with the one I think is going to take the position.
Oh, so you're saying Daryl? Is that what you're saying now?
I am. He's my current teammate in RP, so I guess I got to go with him, haven't I?
Well, you got to. Oh, I'll have to remember that next time. To be fair, so so Daryl's trying to put the pressure on Eric Pancakes as much as possible. The top, pretty much. Well, the top three. Oh, sorry, the top two. Oh, actually, the top two is getting close. Actually, 9/10 now. 9/10 is the gap between Poitrev and Ruddo. So Ruddo will have that opportunity of the DRS zone itself, and just watching it ahead is really tantalising. Can Ruddo win his first Grand Prix in Invictus Racing League for the debutant for the very first time? We'll have to wait and see how everything plans out at the moment. Lap 6 of 28 on the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform as well. So mad, absolutely mad. Svilis goes up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Joe, who are you watching so far?
I'm still on board with these two Red Bulls. This is getting too close. I can't stop watching. But I just changed to F1 Richard, and Cosmesi has gone really wide. And F1 Richard has gone around the outside of Cosmesi. A lovely move. Opportunist, definitely, but it was a good move around the outside, and he's up into 8th.
Oh, get in there! Get in there! That's a great move there from F1 Richard. To be fair, though, F1 Richard has been... he had some great races, to be fair. He's had some great races, then majority of the season he's been really unlucky this season. The one race where he could not get into the lobby itself or into the session because of an issue with the game itself. But that's cost him points, and he can't afford to losing any more points. But that should surely be more of a confidence boost for F1 Richard, Joe.
He is. He's pulling a nice little gap to Cost. He was staying behind by a couple of attempts, but he's got it up to 7 attempts. They've gone round past the DRS, so he's going to hopefully pull a gap through the S's now. So
we have to wait and see how that plans out. Menonet's getting close to Daryl. Ruddo was about 8/10, and now it's dropped down to 1.5, so I'm not sure what's happened from that gap, from that last lap itself. But absolutely brilliant racing from everyone, to be fair, on lap 7 of 28 on the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League as well. JC Bat is trying to put the pressure on. Yellow flags at the 3. That's Jolly. Jolly has spun out again, coming up to the final corner. So I don't know whether he's going to go back into the pits. I think
he's on his way in now.
Yeah, so he's going back into the pits. I don't know whether he will retire or not. I don't know, but hopefully he'll not. Yeah, he's going to retire. It's a shame, to be fair. It's absolutely a shame, because I thought he would have had the opportunity to do that. But Stephen! Oh, Stephen moves us up to 11th. Off Red. Did not expect Stephen out of nowhere in that inside line. And Stephen, who's had struggles with the car, to be fair, Joe. He's had struggles with the car, but he's moved up to 11th place.
I have heard of his struggles. I think we've all heard of his struggles.
Yeah.
But he's doing alright here. Doing alright.
Absolutely, to be fair. So let's see how Cost can try and put the pressure on JC Bat. We've got a couple of battles going at the moment, guys. We've got Dowell and Melané, the two Red Bulls, in 4th and 5th. You also got the battle between F1 Richard, JC Bat, and Cost for 8th, 9th and 10th respectively. You got O'Stephen, Offik Red and Nigel Gash slowly catching up for the 11th place battle, and then also you got the 14th to 16th place battle as well. Melané's got himself ahead of Dowell for 4th place. Joe?
I think that was a strategy call, that one. Melané behind Doubt.
Sorry, Costa spun. Costa's absolutely spun out at one of the corners. It was just after the first sector into the second. And now it's brought O'Stephen into play. O'Stephen's saying, well, I've got a chance of an opportunity here to make the move into 10th on those hard tyres. The hard tyres is the way forward. O'Stephen, he was crafty, to be fair, because he did say soft mediums is the way forward. He's trying to trick everyone, to be fair, with the strategy. Two in the bend moment, and O'Stephen with the DRS should be effective and makes the move perfectly. Joe?
That was a lovely move up the inside, keep it nice and tight, and Cosmos has gone wide again on the exit as he loses another position. Torfus Reddy's really struggling at the bottom of that straight, but he is fighting it back. But he has to give up the position so he doesn't lose his front wing there. Yeah, absolutely. Rain says those hard tyres are not working for the F3 guys. Yeah, I'm surprised at that, to be fair. I expect the hard tyres to be kicking in probably about a little bit, about another 2 or 3 more laps to go. But the medium should be kicking in now, should be at their optimal temperature now. Costi's gone ahead. No, Offik Credit's got himself ahead. 2 in the bend moment at the last corner.
And Cast is coming up to down the straight, trying to make the move. It looks like Nojgash is trying to put the pressure on Cost Messi. But I tell you what, Joe, Reeds is right though. The hard tyres is not going to where it's supposed to be, where the other drivers have been successful in the other leagues this week.
No, they are struggling a little bit, but there's still a long way to go, and the hard tyre is always that long game. As the mediums start to pit and the hards just keep getting quicker and quicker, setting their faster and faster paces, I wouldn't count them out just yet.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to wait and see how everything plans out at the moment. But Koss is putting under a lot of pressure from Nojgash, but he wants to try and make that move done on off red as quickly as possible. We're going up out of the back. It looks like Spud and Sab. Sab are having a good battle at the back, to be fair. Rain says JPH, about pit stop behind almost. Well, look at the interval. Sorry, the leader. It just about, still 15 seconds the gap between himself and the leader. Just between himself and the leader. So, probably about another 10 seconds and then I would say pit stop behind. But, yeah, it just depends on how everything plans out at the moment. But, we have to wait and see how everything goes as we speak. We're on lap 10 or 28 on the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform. Brought to you in partnership with gridfollow.com. Oh! Nitro! What's happened to Nitro?
He span on the right-hander, that tight right-hander up behind the car ahead, and he just lost the back end. It's so unsettled round there at the best of times, but when you're following another car, a little wrong move and you will spin that car.
That's the second time it's done that, Joe. That's the second time it's done that, to be fair. So, he's having a torrid day at the minute in the Circuit of the Americas. Hopefully he'll bounce back. He needs to get a safety car as quickly as possible. Smoke says 21 second gap. Okay, my bad. And normally it's like between 21 and 25 seconds normally with the pit stops, except for Silverstone obviously, which is the longest pit stop ever, to be fair. But yeah, about 6 seconds then is the difference. Yellow flag sectors 1 and 2. Looks like there was a spin. That might be from Cost again. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joe.
No, it is Cost. He has gone round. I didn't see it, but it's just him, so whether he's lost on his own or contact, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, and hopefully that's not going to compromise too much. I'm just trying to look back at the top two because we're getting close now to the top two of Ruddo and Polytrev. Polytrev is under a lot of pressure now. Ruddo, I know it's early doors. I know it's early doors for his debut race, but this has been a great race overall, to be fair, and I'm hoping he'll hold on. But again, you got another 18 more laps at least. So can he put that pressure on Polytrev, or maybe still get himself for that first ever win at Invictus?
I've told you he's someone to watch. I reckon he had good pace in qualifying, and he's going to show it throughout this race here. He's keeping up with Polytrev nicely. Yeah,
absolutely nicely. So Polytrev is not having a party mode kicking in just yet at the moment. So we don't even hit the halfway mark. They go through, I call it the maggots. Oh my days! Ruddo had a great exit through the S's. And now he's got a chance to put the pressure on Polytrev. I wonder if Polytrev is trying to save ERS. Unless Joe says otherwise, looks like Polytrev is not pulling away as what I expected it to do, to be fair.
No, he's not at all. He looks like he's really struggling through those S's. He gets a bit wide into the third corner, and then it just compromises his line through the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ruddo with that DRS, he's saying, well, thank you very much, I'll take that. And he goes up into the lead for the first time in this race. Unless Polytrev says otherwise, he's always putting the pressure on now. We'll still watch this battle between the top two, because all the others are all spread out, except for Spud and Mikey for 13th and 14th place. Smoke says, I think the new guy is playing the long game. Well, I hope he does play the long game, because at the moment he's enjoying it at the minute because he's in the lead. But unless Polytrev thinks otherwise, Ruddo will be loving it at the minute, Joe.
I don't know if Polytrev's struggling a bit with his tyres already, because he keeps getting out of the throttle in these medium speed corners. Keeps getting a bit of uncertainty in the back end as he has a little snap out the exit as well. Don't know if he's struggling with them or not. We'll have to keep an eye on it.
Do you think it's the setup mainly on sometimes there?
Could be the setup, but then he's he started off quite strongly. It's only in the last few laps, but if you put too much front wing on, then you do burn through those tyres a little bit faster, and as you get towards the end of your stint, you do struggle more. So we'll have to see if it's the setup or if it's just the tyres.
Yeah. Rain says Polytrev threw that car around a lot, and now he's paying for it in the S's. I think that's what he was on about, just Joe. So, Smoke says, as a side that he goes for the move. Yeah, absolutely. So, Smoke, you need to do the predictions, mate. I'll probably win the lottery if you do the predictions itself, to be fair. So, Polytrev is now, should be on for an opportunity. Eric Pancake is getting close now, so I don't think he'll get the DRS just yet, but Polytrev will be on that opportunity now to close the gap. I tell you what, Joe. The straight lines, I don't think... there's some issues with Ruddo's car just on my screen at the moment. I think there was some technical faults. Oh no! There was contact. So, Ruddo lost connection with his car, lost communications with his car. Polytrev had to stop. Because Polytrev had to stop, Eric Pancakes had no other choice but to call the back of Polytrev, and he spun out. And luckily he's still in fourth, but that's cost him dearly. Ruddo is out at the moment. He's lost communication. I don't know if he will get himself back into the car. Joe.
Yeah, I think that is the case. He's not driving, is he, at the moment? It's in AI mode. Don't know what's happened here. Hopefully it's nothing too bad.
Hopefully not too bad. But at the moment, Melanade will be loving it because he's in second place at the moment. Eric Pancakes. I'll still look for Eric Pancakes, actually, pardon me. But he's going to 7 into the pits. Daryl's going 7 into the pits. JC Bat's going 7 into the pits. 11 laps of the mediums. Would you say that's correct for the medium tyre to go in? Or do you think they should have gone a little bit later on, Joe?
I do think that's a little bit early, unless they are really struggling with those tyres. But Ruddo seems to be doing okay, and so does Melanade. But I do think that's a little bit early to be pitting at the moment. I think lap 13 to 15 is a bit closer to your time you should be pitting. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
We'll have to wait and see if that plays their cards right as we speak. But at the moment, I think Ruddo's still having communication issues with his car. Hopefully he'll get himself back in as quickly as possible. But I did see him come back on, but I don't think he's in his car just yet. He's got himself back into the car. Luckily, he's not lost a few positions at all. So let's have a quick look down through the pecking order. Unfortunately, I've just got an issue with the picker at the moment. Looks like Sam's getting close to Offic Red in 10th and 11th. You got F1 Richard getting close to Eric Pancakes, who's in 6th place at the moment. You got Cost getting under pressure from JC Bat from 12th and 13th place. Mad scenes, to be fair, absolutely mad. But yeah, I mean, are you enjoying the race so far, Joe?
I am. It's been a good race so far. I think Eric's going for the undercut. That's why he's pitted early, because he was catching up with those cars and he just couldn't quite get any quicker. So he's going to go for the undercut. Melanade's pitting, so it'll be interesting to see where he comes out.
Yeah, so Melanade will be pitting. I think he'll come out just behind the F1 Richard, I think. I might be wrong.
You might be right. I think you might be right. He's going to be right alongside his teammate, I reckon, here.
Oh my days, here we go. Watching it from F1 Richard's point of view. Unless, no, actually, Melanade's going to ahead. Melanade is going to ahead of F1 Richard. So that is absolutely mad, to be fair. Absolutely mad. So Melanade will be absolutely loving it at the minute. And I think that's crucial, to be fair, Joe.
I do. I agree. He doesn't want to get caught behind F1 Richard at the moment on those worn tyres. So Melanade at the moment is going to just keep that position, not worry about the cold tyres, and just stay ahead of him. Otherwise, he will get stuck.
Yeah, absolutely. Polytrev is the only one left, guys. Polytrev is the only one that's left on those medium tyres to start off with. He's the only one who's not gone in on those hard tyres just yet. Hopefully, it'll be all right as we speak. But if you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live racing itself. We are aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. We're aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. Will be a massive help to myself and not myself at all. JBH has lost it completely at the DRS just that last corner before, well, just after the DRS straight. So I'm not sure what happened, but he had an opportunity, but JBH will be absolutely fuming, I would say. But Polytrev is finally going up into the pits. As I was just saying, it would be a massive help to myself and Joe for the commentators box if you make that like button, hitting that subscription button as well, be a massive help, and also to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel as well. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. So BioTrev will be behind some of these drivers who have hopefully will be ahead of Melonade. If not, that is a bad. Well, I think it might be just. Where's JBH? JBH. F1 Richard has just missed out on. Well, BioTrev's just got himself ahead of F1 Richard, so that is crucial. So now he's going to challenge Melonade for that first place, and also Every Pancakes, who did that undercut earlier on. Joe.
He did indeed. I thought he'd pitted too early, but he's pitted and made that undercut. It's working well for him.
It's working very well at the minute. It's working very well, but hopefully we'll see. Oh my days! Daryl's lost the back end, and now Ruddo say, well, do not make mistakes, because I will pounce. I will pounce on those mistakes, and that's what's happened. He's got himself to 6th place at the moment, and also he's got that DRS, so that will be effective on his challenge onto JBH. JPH is now under a lot of pressure from Rudder. Rudder's must have got straight line speed. Oh my god, we might have a 2 to bed. Mama down the. Oh my days. Oh my days. F1 Richard is going to be swamped. F1 Richard is going to be swamped. Oh my god. Oh my god, we could have a 3 to bed moment. Oh my days. Daryl. Ruddo and JBH. JBH is making the move. Oh, brilliant driving from these two. Ruddo, no, don't you dare do this to me. Please, don't you dare do this to me. Oh my days. It looks like Daryl's getting himself ahead of F1 Richard to 6th place. But Ruddo's having a giant. So mad see, Ruddo's already got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So I'm quite surprised with some of the drivers who are on the penalties. JBH, he's got no choice. He's got no choice but to lose that position onto 4th place for Ruddo. Yellow flags to 3. Yellow flags to 3. I think that might be Suspud. It might be Suspud. It is Suspud in 14th place. Under a lot of pressure from Jack and Offic Red. Mikey's going into the pits now, so we should have the medium drive. The hard tyres going into the mediums in the next few laps or so, Joe.
Yeah, it's getting over to that crossover. Whether they decide to pit now and go for the mediums or wait late and go for the softs, I don't know, because they could. They hold on another few laps. Those softs could go to the end. It could be a brave move, but it could pay off.
Would you go in now if you was driving at this stage? If you started off on the hards, because that's what you suggested as the best strategy to go for anyway.
I think for the likes of JPH, if he hadn't had that spin, he'd have been flying. He's not struggling on those hards at all, so he can take them to the softs, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how everything plans out at the minute, but JBH is under a lot of pressure from Daryl. Yeah, he can't afford to mess up, JBH. I mean, he wants to get those points. That, like I said, last week was the very first time he did not score points outside the top 4. That's the shock of it, but he has been absolutely incredible this season. Yes, you're not going to have... Maybe you would have a perfect season of getting every point in the top 4, but... JBH was really unlucky last week, and it was a bit of a shock, to be fair, for him not to get into the top 4 at least. But with that McLaren driver really on top form, he can't make any silly mistakes. And with Daryl, well, F1 Richard's going into the pits now, so the hard tyres, JBH needs to get into those pits as quickly because some of the drivers will probably have to go in. Bruce has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Smoke says he's losing too much time fighting. He is. JBH is losing a lot of time due to that fight. Daryl needs to get past him as quickly as possible, otherwise he's not going to do anything about it at the minute. But hopefully, funny enough, we've not had a safety car yet, Joe. We've not had a safety car yet. That's a bit of a shock one at the minute. Offic Red, 138.006. Yellow flags to 3. Yellow flags to 3. I believe that's Nigergash. I think that's Nigergash.
Yeah, it was indeed, yeah. I think he lost it out the last corner, but he's okay. He's still going. No damage for now.
I don't know what's happened to Nitro. He's lost the back end a couple of times this evening, so hopefully that's not going to cause too much hassle. Try and get himself into that top 10 if he can. The safety car will kick in as quickly as possible. Daryl has got himself moved. Finally made the move into 5th. Can JBH cause so much havoc? JBH needs to pit. If I was him, I would pit now. Oh, Steven needs to pit as well. Anyone that's on 16 laps needs to pit now, because otherwise you're not going to have enough time. Well, you will have a bit of time on the mediums, but it just depends on the temperatures and the track itself, because I think it's just ripping those tyres up so much, Joe.
Yeah, they do. They seem to be struggling a lot more than yesterday on those hard tyres. And maybe it was a bit cooler yesterday, so the track surface wasn't as hot, wasn't burning through those tyres. But it do look like they're struggling. He stayed out again, mind. Maybe he is thinking about going onto those soft tyres.
If he is,
he's in DRS, so he can hold on. He can just keep this gap for the car ahead, and just cruise along behind him.
Yeah, absolutely. I do apologise, guys. Unfortunately, I can't change the driver instantly, so I have to go through the grid as quickly as possible. So if you do any notice, I do apologise on that one in advance. So Spud's getting close to Jack for 14th place. While that was going on, we got the battle for Polytrev and Melanade getting close as well. Polytrev with that lap extra, but Eric Pancakes with that undercut. Joe, do you think that's a master stroke, or do you think that's a bit of a risk?
Well, I think it's worked out brilliantly. I don't dare say it did help with Roddo and Polytrev's little incident, but he's definitely pulled a blinder here. He's up into first. He's slowly pulling a gap over Melanade, albeit the cars behind Melanade catching. But it's definitely paid off so far, and there's only 10 laps to go.
Yeah, so 10 laps to go. So anything could happen in F1. Look what happened last week. 5 laps to go, and the whole grid was shocked. The whole grid was shocked. So you never know. This is why we love about Invictus Racing League, because it's the unexpected results that you never know what's going to happen in the racing itself. Svilis is going to have another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So at the moment, we've got the battle between second and third, between Melanade and Polytrev is now kicking in. Should be kicking in with that DRS. But we'll have to wait and see. Darrell goes on ahead into fifth. JBH is finally going to the pits. Looks like Reid says one more lap, and I think that is it. You are absolutely right. So 17 to 18 laps is the way. I'll be very surprised if he goes for the softs.
He's on the mediums, I think. He's on the mediums.
Would you have been surprised if he'd gone for the softs, though, at this stage?
I don't know. No, 10 laps to go. I think the softs are doing fine. He's going to need the softs to get through the crowd in front of him, because he's going to struggle battling with those mediums.
That's what I say. Sab, fastest lap. Good on you, mate. 1:37.396. Fastest lap of the race so far in 11th place at the moment. So F1 Richard is going to be getting close to JBH. So we'll watch that battle for a brief moment, because JBH just got ahead of F1 Richard, and he need that. So he will have 2 extra laps better off than F1 Richard. JBH has got. So yeah, I mean, to be fair though, I can't. I said this at the halfway point. I can't see anyone getting close to JPH with the points itself, because I was surprised with the result last week on the French, but I just can't see anyone catching up to him if he makes these. Well, at the moment he's in 9s, so he will guarantee points. But the drop like Jack, Bruce, you need to take advantage of your competitor, the leader of the Drivers' Championship, as well as the constructors itself. But I mean, I'm speechless. That I think JPH has been really lucky that the others have not capitalised on his mistakes, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely, the people close behind him, and they're not having the best race themselves either.
Absolutely, but I don't know what's happened, to be fair. Nitrogas and Jack having a great battle, actually. Let's have a quick look at them too. Go on, Nitro, come on! You want to make the move, you got to do it now! Oh, he's going to try and get around the outside. He's trying to play it, but he cannot do anything about it at the minute. Nitro's putting the pressure on Jack. Hopefully he does not want to do the spin. He did that a few times in this. Oh, come on. He will have the DRS. He will have the DRS. But he's got Mikey. He's got Mikey behind. Nitrogash, it will be. Well, Jack's on 18 laps already. 18 laps. We're on 19 laps now of those hard tyres. So here we go. Oh, it looks like Jack's trying to defend it on the inside line at turn 1. Nitro's going to have to go around the outside. Fair play. Fair battling. But Nitro. Oh, I thought Nitro was going to go on the inside line. But can I do the battling? They go through the Estes part. They go through the Estes part section. JC Bat's getting close to O'Steven in 6. Well, at the moment. And O'Steven trying to get. Nitro's trying to get on the inside line. But can't do anything about it at the minute. Oh! God! Oh, brilliant move! There was contact, but I don't know if there was enough. I did not see it from the enough room itself, Joe. I don't know if you saw that as well. But from my perspective, it looked like it was a good move. To be fair, from Nitro.
I wasn't watching him, honestly. I'm on board with Party I've just watching him keep that gap while you're watching down there.
Ah, fair enough. So Pyrotrap is getting close to Melanade in 5/10. Still try and watch the battle between, I was going to say JC Bat and O'Steven, but O'Steven's saying he's had enough of the hard tyres. He's going into the medium tyres finally. Well, actually, he's going to go for the softs, if I was him.
Yeah, softs it is. The pit crew out in the softs. It's definitely the softs for O'Steven. It's a good move, I think.
Yeah, I was surprised, to be fair, but I think that's what Jack's doing. I think Jack is trying to hold on to see if the safety car will come out, but I can't see that happening. I really can't see that happening. Costa's getting close to Offic Red in 12th and 13th place, but the battle that we're watching at the minute is between 2nd and 3rd, Polytrev and Melanade. So let's see what they can try and do. Can Polytrev put the pressure on? He needs to make that move. Every Pancakes is having a blinder of an unbelievable race. Oh, Polytrev made the move. I'll tell you what, that's a cracker of a move. Just at the nick of time, Joe.
It was a lovely move, but he used all his ERS, so he's going to be vulnerable here. As we do have a spinner at the back. I can't see who that is. I think it might be... Is that Cosmessy he's gone round again in the S's?
Yes, it is.
It's going to work well for him. Melanade's going to be right up behind Polytrev with the ERS, so we'll have to keep an eye on this one.
So we'll still watch it. That's what Joe's saying, and that's what we're doing. We're following Polytrev and Melanade, see what they can try and do. But as things stand at the minute, Eric Pancakes is in the lead in first. That's a great move for the Undertake. Undertake on the undercut. I don't know what's the Undertake. I was nearly said Undertaker for like the WWE itself. I don't know what I'm saying now. But the undercut has played dividends to Eric Pancakes. But hopefully it's not going to compromise too much near the end of the stint. Hopefully not. But Polytrev needs to start pushing that barrier now. He's gone past Melanade. He needs that, but now he needs to push on and put the pressure on Eric Pancakes, because otherwise his opportunity for winning the race is going to be short-lived as we speak. It looks like JBH has gone ahead of Bruce. JBH has gone ahead of his teammate Bruce, which Bruce Lee did not want to do. He did not want it to do that because of the, obviously, for his perspective. And here's a question for you actually, Joe. I'm sure the question for the chat itself. Do you believe in let the teammates battle on track? Or do you expect team orders like we've seen in the real life F1 on some occasions, as we say?
I think it depends on the scenario, but I think letting JPH through there it's an easy choice. He's on the quicker tyres, he's not holding that penalty. He just had to let his teammate go, and I would say he'd stay behind and hold the DRS, but Bruce looked so slow on those hards, and with that penalty I think it was a no-brainer to let JPH through. In the same way that Darryl let Melanade through, and we've seen how well that's played for them.
Yeah. Rain says Bruce Lee has a time limit. That's what Joe was saying. So no reason. If he didn't have the penalty, okay. So if he didn't have the penalty, do you think that's compromised Bruce's points though to try and catch up to JBH, or do you think that's? I know. In this situation he's got penalties, so it's understandable that he's dropped. But say he hadn't had the penalty, do you think that would have been a different story on track?
I don't know. That the tyre difference is what would do it for me. I think JPH would get past anyway, so rather than them both lose the time, just let the guy past, I think.
Fair enough. At the moment, guys, we're on lap 23-28 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with gridfollow.com. And tell you what, Eric Pancakes is having a blind of a race because he's still putting away that 3-second gap between himself and Polytrev, so he's okay. If he did get a 3-second penalty, he'd be absolutely loving it. Stephen out of nowhere, he's got the fastest up the race. Unbelievable stuff on the Ferrari driver with the soft tyres. I know he's on the softs, but he did moan about the car, didn't he, at the start, and also before the start of the season. Anyway,
he did a couple of times. Yeah, he did. I have to keep an eye on this gap, see if he can close it a bit. 6 seconds is doable on those softs.
I reckon lap 26 we'll see the gap. It's going to take probably about 1 or 2 seconds a lap for those softs, because the mediums should be alright, but the softs should be kicking in right about now. Jack has got to have a 3-second time penalty for more runners. Unfortunately for him, he's right at the back of the grid, and he's having a torrid day at the minute. He was second place. You heard that right, guys. He was second place in the driver standings. But yeah, not a good day in the office. Bruce Lee will be will be loving it at the minute. He's in 8th, but still not getting ahead of JBH. JBH will be extended his lead on the driver standings by well, let's say by a point, but yeah, you know what I mean itself. But all the drivers are all split out, Joe. All the drivers are all split out. They don't want to do any more battles in this race.
They are indeed, yes. They're all holding on to positions they got at the moment.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, what a drive from Eric Pancakes, though, Joe. I mean, unbelievable stuff from doing the undercut. I know I keep repeating it, guys, because it's just been I'm just gobsmacked, to be fair, because I did not expect Eric Pancakes to get that, to be fair.
That is not good for Melanie, picking up another 3 seconds. That's going to drop him out of the podium. He had a nice cushion behind, 2 seconds, and they both had the same penalty, but that's really going to pay. Hopefully no one behind picks up any more, as Daryl picks up 3 seconds, as I said.
Commentator's curse. I'm blaming you on that one, Joe, to be fair.
Indeed. It's usually the other way around, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm not getting involved anymore during this, to be fair. So we've got one driver who's had a yellow flag. I think that one might be Mikey. Yeah, it was Mikey. He's just coming up to the last corner. Rain says, who would want to battle Bruce Lee to begin with? Well, absolutely. You don't want to mess with Bruce Lee at all, to be fair. It'll chop you, to be fair. So, at the moment, as you can see, there's the penalties and the leader gap. So you can tell roughly, I think Ruddo, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, I think Ruddo might just be in that, well, you know what I mean, he'll be in the podium position at the end.
Yeah, he will as it stands, yeah. 2 seconds behind, as long as he can keep up with Melanade, he will be in the podium positions.
Yeah, so if roughly, I'm just saying that this is an estimate, Melanade will be at least 10 seconds after the race. You got Ruddo's probably about 9 seconds, so this is from the leader timers itself. So Ruddo will move us up to 3rd the way it looks at the minute, but Melanade needs to step up again and stop messing about and push on, otherwise you don't want to lose any more penalties. Are you surprised? I'm surprised with yes and no, was surprising with the penalties that are cropped in, but it's the S's mainly that you can easily get the penalties, Joe.
It is. There's so many players. Oh, Melanade's just disconnected from the session. I don't know what happened there. He almost stopped on track, but it is an easy track to pick up the penalties on, and I think that disconnection is going to cost him greatly. He just lost 2 seconds to the car ahead. So he's going to sail past now. Yeah.
So Ruddo, who would have had a battle with Melanade, unfortunately he's got a communication issues with his car. So unfortunately for Melanade, I doubt that he'll be able to get himself back into the car. But Ruddo is finally got himself into a podium position and will be absolutely loving it. He'll be absolutely loving it because that'll be his first ever podium and on his first ever race at Invictus. Nitrogash, what's happened to Nitro actually? Nitro has lost communication as well, so I don't know what's going on tonight, Joe. Hopefully there'll be no more communication issues, should we speak.
People seem to be having issues at the moment. I don't know, hopefully it's not a lobby problem.
Hopefully not, because we're on for a classic finale, shall we say. We're on for a classic finale. Yes, I know the gap's a little bit different compared to all the others, but hopefully we'll see a few more battles. It looks like F1 Richard trying to put the pressure on Brisley. F1 Richard wants to try and make this move done on track. He doesn't want to do it based on the penalty. Nitrogash got himself back into the lobby. I don't know if he's got himself back into the car just yet. Yellow flag set to 1. That is, I believe that's I think that's O'Steven. What's happened to O'Steven? O'Steven, who was on for a good opportunity, now has dropped himself down to 18th place. So unfortunately for him, he had a great opportunity with the softs, but I wonder if he lost it completely. And he's dropped himself down to 18th place, unfortunately. Daryl goes over ahead of Melanade. Is Melanade back in his car? I think he is back in his car. He is back in his car.
Like it.
Yeah, so Joe, what have you been... who's your drive of the day so far? Get your votes in. Guys, if you're in the chat, who's your driver of the day? Send your comments in as well. So
I think it's got to be Eric so far. That undercut has worked perfectly for him. He's managing in a nice 3-second gap. He didn't start right at the top, but he wasn't far off. I think Jack dropping down did help him as well, and maybe the little disconnection error from Roddo, but he's holding on to what he's been given, and he's not giving this one up.
Yeah, absolutely, and fair play to Eric. Fair play to Eric. He's, I'm just speechless because he just proved us all wrong. He just proved us all wrong on track. to be fair. But I'm hoping he'll keep on going because we got about... They're on the penultimate lap now. They're on the penultimate lap. So two more laps to go on the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, on the PlayStation platform. Brought to you in partnership with Gridfire.com. And I tell you what, Eric Pancakes, this will be his first win of the season if Eric Pancakes holds on. This will be his first win. Polytrev has not won a race yet, but he's still had 2 podiums so far. And that was the first 2 races of the season. After that, he has been nowhere near his standard. The only thing that was close to it was Singapore, and that was 4th place. That's just... I don't know what's happened to Polytrev, Joe. Do you agree?
Yeah, it seems to have been struggling for performance recently. He had a great start, like you said. Him and JPH were setting the league alight, and JPH just kept it up and kept it up and kept it up. But Polytrev seems to be struggling now as he's going on to the straight. That is not good for Polytrev. He falls behind Ruddo, and Daryl Whiffen will make an opportunity out of that and pass him. He does have 3 seconds, but on the track, Daryl is up into 3rd now. As there's been another yellow flag. But it's someone near the back. We're okay.
I love how you said that, Joe. It's like, there's someone at the back? Oh, it's just someone at the back. That was it. I love how you just did that perfectly, to be fair. So unfortunately for Mikey, he's dropped himself down to 15th. So Spud moves up to 14th place. But yeah, Polytrev... okay, I admit that was a commentator's curse from me on that, to be fair. But I do agree, Polytrev has been struggling this season. Some of the drivers have been really struggling. They're not hitting second gear at all. And I don't know why it is. They're on the final lap now, guys. They're on the final lap of this race. But, again, some drivers who have not kick-start their season, and they're still not kick-start, and there's not much races left, Joe, to be fair.
No, it's getting towards crunch time here. They need to step up the game if they want any good performance out of the rest of the league. Well,
absolutely, yeah. So, Bruce Lee goes to have another 3-second time penalty for multiple points, so he'll drop himself down to at least 10th, the way it looks at the minute. Just still watching Polytrev at the minute because he is getting close. We might have a look at the battle between Sab and F1 Richard, actually. Oh no, I thought it was the close battle. Do apologise. JBA's trying to get close to JC Bats for 6th place. But yeah, Polytrev will be back into 3rd place. Darryl will drop down to 4th. But Ruddo, solid drive on his debut as well. Fantastic stuff. And yeah, I would pick him for drive of the day as we speak.
Yeah, he's been solid. He has been solid. Definitely between him and Eric, I think. Not just because Eric's taken the lead, but they've both been a very solid drive.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Ruddo just be unbelievable. Here we go, JBH. JBH needs to get past JC Ba, who won last week at the French Grand Prix, and we're absolutely fuming. Can JC Ba hold on? He's going for the inside. He's going for the inside line. Oh, he's trying to make the move, but cannot make it. He cannot make it at all, and I will have to go back to the leader because he's going past into the finish line, and he wins. Eric Pancake has won his first race of the season. Well, he's won his first ever race of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League this season. Well done to him. Well done to Ruddo. Solid drive, solid debut. Unbelievable stuff. Polytrev will finish off in 3rd, but I do believe he should have got 2nd after that spin, but we'll have a word with him later. Darryl will finish off in 4th. Melanade in 5th. JBH and JC Battle having a side-by-side moment. Oh, that was close. But JBH will be improving his driver standings, and no DNF. No DNF. Someone said on the chat he would have had another DNF, but he did not have a DNF. Oh, God, that was a bit of a moment there. F1 Richard in 8th. Sab in 9th. Bruce Lee in 10th. So good drives from the top 10. Offic Red in 11th. Cost, again, it's costed him with these spins earlier on in the race itself, but hopefully that's not going to compromise too much. Narjagash, he spun out a few times on that corner that he's just gone past now. The long right-hander as well. And I think it's the Spud. I think that might be Stephen actually. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So Stephen.
Yeah. Stephen, he's just doing some donuts at the last corner by mistake because he's lost his tyre wear. So he's dropped. Narjagash will finish off in 30th. So Spud will finish off in 14th. And Stephen, he really is trying to get himself back to turn into the straight line on the last corner, so he will finish off in 18th place. Jack will finish off in 17th, Phyllis 16th, and Mikey in 15th place. Unbelievable stuff, to be fair. Absolutely fantastic. If you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel as well, for all the live races itself. We are aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. We're aiming for at least 10 likes. It will be a massive help to myself, Malc, and Joe. Joe joining me on the debut as well. Yeah, and being so much helpful. Thank you so much, guys. And here is your top 3 finishers. Well done to Eric Pancakes. Unbelievable stuff. The undercut has proved dividends. Brilliant stuff. Well done to Ruddo. Absolutely fantastical. There we go. Ruddo, fantastical as well in second place. And then you got Polytrev, who should have really should have finished in second, maybe first. But the struggles of the car. Hopefully this will be a catalyst for him, but we'll find out. So Spud says, did that wobbly Malc? Well done, Joe. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so here are your race classification for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with gridfinder.com. Eric Pancakes did the undercut and did a fantastic job. He finished off in first. Ruddo, solid debut. Finished off in second. Polytrev will finish off in third. Darrell in fourth. Melanade fifth. JPH in sixth and will extend his driver's standings. JC Bat in seventh. F1 Richard in eighth. Sab in ninth. Bruce Lee is in 10th. Offic Red is in 11th. Cos Messi is in 12th. Nitro 13th. Spud 14th. Mikey 15th. Svillers 16th. Jack 17th. Oh, Stephen, with that spin at the end, in 18th. And Charlie is the only casualty of this evening with the DNF during this evening. So, before I say anything, guys, we will be back shortly to get the top 3 drivers in. Hopefully we'll get Eric Pancakes, Ruddo, and also Polytrev into the commentators box to hear their thoughts of the US of A Grand Prix at the second in America. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with gridfire.com. And I'll tell you what, this race has been absolutely fantastic. It's been unbelievable stuff. Yes, we've had some battles going from the top half and then the bottom half. We had unbelievable moments. And I think it's the first time, correct me if I'm wrong, that we had no safety car in this F3 League. Normally we would have had the safety car kicking in, but we haven't, unfortunately. So this is what we love about it, because it's just been an absolute fantastic moment as well. So we have got the top 3 drivers of Eric Pancakes, Ruddo, and also Polytrev. So don't worry, they won't need to do their allow voice to be shared, because it should be coming through the OBS as normal. So who shall I start? Oh, I tell you what, first time winner this season, Eric Pancakes. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm all right. Yes, thanks. But first, I need to apologize to Polytrev. We had a situation with the 3 of us. Rudo losing connection, and I bumped for Polytrev a little bit. Had no damage, but he spun. So I actually have to thank the win because of him, I think.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you actually, because I think there was some communication error ahead. I think that's what caused the contact. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I was going to ask you actually, Eric, because you had a great race, to be fair. Because was you planning to do the undercut of everyone else this evening and try and get yourself ahead of everyone?
Yes.
That is a perfect answer. I did not expect the first one answer, but I was expecting more than that. But from your perspective, this is going to be one of your favourite tracks, surely, to be fair, Eric.
Yeah, I like this track. It's one of my favourites indeed. France was too, but there was last week there was a bit of rain, which I did not count for. But no, I like these fast tracks.
Oh, okay. So you like the fast tracks of the Circuit of the Americas. So we have to watch out for you on that one, to be fair. But before tonight, to be fair, Eric, you had. Let me just clarify with the standings, just to recap myself. Your only podium was back in Singapore, and that was a monumentous achievement from you, because that was your first ever podium in that season. But to get your first win, tell us how you feel.
Yeah, I'm very glad. I mean, I've been practicing quite a bit the last weeks. Since in the beginning I could not practice so much, and was very frustrated that I did not find my speed.
Okay.
But now with these tracks, France, I saw already that I had a very good lap time, and here as well. I feel that I have my pace back, and let's see if I can have this next week as well.
Do you think you're going to have a slow charge going through the driver standings this season coming up? Are you going to...
Oh, let's hope.
Let's hope. We'll have to wait and see how everything plans. But Eric, I'll tell you what, your first ever win at this season's Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, your second podium of the season, unbelievable drive. You just proved everyone wrong, and yeah, well done. Great driving from you, Eric. Fantastic stuff. And I wish you all the very best of luck. I wish you all the very best of luck at Mexico next week, I believe, for round 10 of the Grand Prix.
Thank you.
Is that going to be your favourite track as well?
That's a track I like as well.
Oh, he's teasing us, guys. He's teasing us to expect another top 3 finish. Wink, wink, shall we say, to be fair. So, but yeah, good. I wish you all the very best of luck, Eric. Thank you so much for that. Ruddo, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm alright, thank you. How you getting on?
Not too bad, not too bad. Your first ever drive, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you joined tonight in Invictus, and you joined in the F3 League. Your first ever race, and you got yourself a podium out of the blue. So, how did it feel for you?
Yeah, it was good. Qualifying, I think I've qualified 8th or 7th in the end. And then something happened going through the snake at the start, and someone disappeared off to the left. So I think I made up a few places there. And then was trying to chase down Trev. I think he was a little bit quicker in Sector 1. I was a little bit quicker in Sector 2. And then my internet decided to unplug the LAN cable and it went into AI, so I quickly got back. But by that time, I think the other two had disappeared off, and I got lucky with seconds with Trev spinning really. But you know, I really enjoyed it. Really good racing, and yeah, some quick guys out there.
Yeah, well, this is F3, mate. This is F3. You have to, if you want to compete the best, you have to go through all the grid itself for F2 and F1 in the years to come itself. But I mean, your debut. I mean, Joe picked you to say. So Joe Amster did say, "Watch out for you." From the qualifying, and watch out for you in the race itself, and he did a prediction, and I thought he did well, to be fair. So you got to thank Joe for that one after the race, to be fair. But from your perspective, I mean, was this your favourite track as well as Eric, or do you think he was just lucky with the spins and penalties and other bits as well?
I didn't know I was racing until yesterday evening. So
oh gosh.
Funnily enough, I only drove this track on this game for the first time this morning.
No.
Just to try and get a bit of practice in, and I usually do my setups. I usually take setups offline and then just tweak them. But I always go for a race setup than a quali setup.
Yeah.
So might not always be pole, but you know that's probably why I was a little bit further down. But look, I think third maybe would have been fair, but you know. I think Trev probably, you know, he definitely deserved at least second, but just made that spin coming onto the straight. I was saving everything for the last couple of laps to try and, you know, sort of get stuck into him, but I had a 3-second penalty as well, so even if I got up to him, wasn't going to make it too hard.
Fair enough. But I mean, from your perspective, though, Rudder, it's still a solid race and solid debut and solid second place. So are we going to expect more from you competitive wise you in the top three each time?
Yeah, I mean, look, if there's spaces in available for the rest of the season, then you know I've said to Darryl I can make every week, so you know hopefully there's some spaces for me and I'll jump back on and you know try and give these guys a harder time.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ruddo, if you do come back throughout the remainder of the season, I wish you all the very best of luck. If not, and this is your first and only race, unbelievable drive, and I hope you do come back properly, because unbelievable drive from you. Congratulations, man. Well done for getting second place. Nice one.
Thanks very much.
No worries. And the man who got qualified in first, correct me if I'm wrong, unless I'm all over the place, but I remember Poitrevi's done well always in qualifying, but he did get himself back into third. But I will have to talk to him about the spin in a minute. So, Polytrev, how you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, I'm all good, Malc. How are you?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. So, from your perspective, I said this at the start of this, pretty much near when you had the podiums. In this perspective, throughout the season, I don't know what's up. Was there something wrong with the car? Is it wrong with the setups? Or something that's not... Why are you not into second gear to where we've seen you from the qualifying compared to the race at all?
Yeah, fair point. I think it's I just don't have much time to practice these days, so it's kind of easier to smash out a decent quali lap. But it's a bit of a different story whenever it comes to race pace. But yeah, happy tonight that race pace looked good. Yeah, like Eric said, it was an unfortunate little tap up the rear end.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rudo just disconnected and kind of ghosted, and then didn't ghost, so I had to back right off, and yeah, it all got a bit clumsy. So yeah, no hard feelings there, but yeah, I'm just pleased to have a good run out, and yeah, I'll take a podium.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you did well to get yourself back up to second place and try and catch up to Eric Pancakes, who had that 3-second gap. But then, just as the last minute, I'm sorry I'm saying this to you now, but you had that spin near the end. So was the tyres completely gone, or was it just pure mistake from your end?
No, I don't even know what happened. So yeah, I had a really good race with Melanade up to that point. He was in P2 after the pit stops. So yeah, caught him up and passed him. I'm not sure what happened to him in the end. And then yeah, I was just like trying to get Eric within the three seconds, hoping he'd pick up a time penalty. I think he was on 2 warnings, for most of the race, and so was I. So yeah, just trying to keep it clean. I wasn't even pushing massively hard. I just came out of the hairpin, went to upshift, didn't upshift, and yeah, just spun the wheels and threw it away. But yeah, it's a shame. It could have been P2, but yeah, happy enough with the podium. Fair play to Eric and Rudy. Yeah, great drives from both of them tonight, and yeah, just a good, enjoyable race.
Nice one. One more question. You got yourself 3 podiums, all third place this season. Are we actually finally going to see you try and get yourself into second or first at all during this season? That's all I'm asking. Mate.
No, what I go for is pole and then third. I don't think I can get any higher than that. That's all I can get this year. No, I'm just happy to be out competing, good racing in this league, and yeah, forget a podium, all good.
Nice one. Trev, congratulations on getting third again. Your 3rd podium of the season. I expect you to get another podium because you had 2 podiums in a row at the start of the season. Hopefully you get a second one at the Mexican Grand Prix. Wink, wink. Fingers crossed. We'll have to wait and see how the game goes.
So.
Yeah, so we'll see how that run goes. But, Trev, congratulations on getting 3rd. I think you would have got 2nd. Sorry. My voice is gone. Sorry. Yeah, that was it. So, Trev, congratulations on getting 3rd. Congratulations to everyone, Eric, Ruddo, and also Pojo for their top 3 positions in the race tonight at the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, at the Circuit of the Americas, at the US of A Grand Prix. Yeah! Moments on that one, to be fair. So, here we go, guys. This is your final part, and I'm going to shoot off now. We'll see you back next week for the Mexican Grand Prix for round 10 for F3. But if you want more racing, there will be more tomorrow for the Performance League with myself and Tim, all being well. Will be able to join me in the commentators box. Can I just say a massive thank you to Joe Hamster for joining me tonight last minute due to Max unfortunately cannot make it again tonight. So Joe, thank you so much again. How you enjoyed it?
You're very welcome. Yeah, it was a good race to watch. Some definitely some highlights in there. I'll have to watch that one back again.
Yeah, absolutely. And would you do it again in the comms box?
I would, if the meaning's there, I'd do it again. Yeah.
Oh, that means hell yeah moments if Max is not here, to be fair. So, wait to see how everything plans out. So, thank you so much to the guys. Thank you to everyone that's watched the stream. You've been all amazing. For the final time of asking, can you please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live race itself. We are aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. We're aiming for at least 10 likes tonight. Will be a massive help to myself, Malc, and Joe for the commentators box, as well as the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Max will be here next week, all being well at the Mexican Grand Prix. If not, I'll pester Joe to join me next week. Anyways, cheers for that, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys. Well done. Take care. Bye.